Good day. I will now give my advices on how to deal with cancer. I have divided the phases of cancer journey into phase of cancer diagnosis, cancer treatment, phase after cancer treatment in remission below 10 years from cancer treatment, during survivorship in remission 10 years or more, phase of cancer recurrence, phase during curtain call near the end of life. Psychological distress is a general term used to describe the unpleasant feelings or emotions that impact a person's level of functioning. In other words, it is a psychological discomfort that interferes with a person's activities of daily living. In all phases of the cancer journey, there will be psychological distresses. Each cancer patient, has his or her own unique set of psychological distresses. No two people experience one event the exact same way. I have simplified the types of psychological distresses into 4 categories: fear, sadness, personal apprehensions, and psychosocial apprehensions, meaning influenced by social factors like family, place of work, and community. How to cope with the psychological distresses in cancer journey? I consider 2 phases: phase of preparedness for cancer development and phase of cancer journey, that is when the cancer has appeared. All persons should be prepared for possible development of cancer in their whole lifetime, just like they should be prepared for possible development of any disease, as well as the day of their death. Remember, cancer can affect anybody. Nobody is totally immune. Cancer can strike anytime. Nobody knows when it will come. And there is no absolute way of prevention. To be successful in coping when cancer strikes, all persons should at least possess the following: basic essential information about the cancer as a disease, awareness of telltale symptoms of cancer to promote early recognition, awareness of importance of early consult, early diagnosis, and early and correct treatment to promote best chance for complete remission, identification of which trusted physicians and which trustworthy and affordable hospitals or clinics to go, financial plan for medical expenses, knowledge of possible psychological distresses that might develop, formulation of coping tactical plans, and lastly, feelings of contentment in the thought that one has dutifully done what should be done in terms of preparedness, mitigations, and contingency plans in case cancer strikes. Otherwise, there may be regrets during the cancer journey that one has not prepared for this. Here are my recommended coping strategies. After the establishment of the definitive diagnosis of cancer by a trusted physician, acknowledge it as soon as possible. It is better psychologically to face head-on the cancer than try to deny it. After acceptance, concentrate on planning and deciding with a trusted and compassionate physician the realistic goals of treatment, whether to aim for complete remission or just palliation, most cost-effective, inclusive of affordability, medical management based on the goals, coping tactics that will be harnessed for the psychological distresses. Even before cancer strikes, identify already a trusted physician to seek right away for consult and medical management. Identify a competent and compassionate cancer specialist. Competent not only in expertise in the medical management of the cancer, but one who also provides psychosocial and psychological therapy and support simultaneously with the medical management. Compassionate not only in expressing sympathy, but one who also exerts tangible efforts in providing psychosocial therapy and support, inclusive of easing the financial burdens of the cancer patients and relatives. In the Philippines, oftentimes, spiritual is used to refer to something religious, to a religion, or to the presence of a god or a creator or a higher force. Whatever spirituality a cancer patient has, he or she can seek and rely on it to use it as a coping tactic for the psychological distresses. A caveat is to still factor in the usefulness and limitations of medical science when spirituality is used as a coping tactic. The advice is not to do it alone. Seek the support from loved ones and significant others to cope with the fear, sadness, and personal apprehensions, and particularly the psychosocial apprehensions. They can provide great assistance in coping with the psychological distresses in case the oncologist is not providing and cannot provide adequate psychosocial support. A caveat is for the loved ones and significant others to fully support whatever sensible decision is made by the cancer patients on the management of their cancers. Cancer journey sharing is encouraged as it shows acceptance. Acceptance is the most effective coping tactic for the psychological distresses of cancer patients. Cancer journey sharing is a meaningful and effective way to raise awareness about cancer, its treatment, prognosis, psychological distresses, etc., as well as to provide psychological and psychosocial support not only to others but also to the sharer herself or himself. Living a life with cancer is a journey into the world of cancer. The cancer world is full of uncertainties, such as unknown specific causes, always with the possibility of recurrences after treatment, not knowing the mode and time of exit, to name a few. The journey is rough with unquantifiable physical pains and psychological distresses. Everybody with a cancer must formulate an intentional living plan in the light of a cancer diagnosis. Although cancer is not always a death sentence, especially those who consulted early, diagnosed early, treated early and correctly, recurrence is always a possibility. For those with advanced cancer and recurrence, they will have limited lifespan left. Whatever groups of patients with early or advanced cancers, they must continue to live on. They must continue to be productive, to have a peace of mind, to be contented, to enjoy life, to be happy, to reach the realistic longevity targets, and be ready to face curtain call or death. They can achieve this if they formulate an intentional living plan targeting these goals. For those who are near the end of life because of cancer, the intentional living plan should include the following. Try one's best to stay alive and productive up to the last moment. Make peace with God or Creator or higher force. Make peace with everybody. Endorse material possessions. Make clutter management of earthly possessions. Make an advance directive, both healthcare and funeral arrangement. Bonding with family. And lastly, enjoying oneself to the fullest up to the last moment. I have suggested at least the following general coping tactics based on my experience and introspection. There are a lot of coping tactics that cancer patients can use. Each patient will have his or her unique way of coping. There are no wrong ways as long as the coping tactics utilized succeeded in resolving or controlling the psychological distresses. The journey of cancer is, strictly speaking, a battle against cancer. At this point, I'd like to invite you to sing with me the song My Way by Frank Sinatra. Try to imbibe these inspirational and motivating messages. To try our best to live a life that's full in the midst of cancer, to travel each and every highway needed to travel, to plan each charted course and each careful step along the byway, ending with the affirmation that we have battled in our own way, yes, in our own proud and unique way, with no regrets and still standing tall. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I'll live a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway and more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, saw it through without exemptions. I won each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all and I stood tall and did it my way. I loved, I laughed and cried. I had my fill, my share of losing. And now tears subside. I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, no, not me. I did it my way. Oh, what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, it was my way.